What happens to belly fat after pregnancy when you walk on an empty stomach? Nobody told me this. Not my doctor. Not my mother. Not the 100 articles I scrolled through at 2 a.m. while my baby slept and I stared at my belly wondering, will this ever go away? But then, I stumbled onto something that changed everything. And the answer wasn't a supplement. It wasn't a crash diet. It wasn't some expensive program with a celebrity face on it. It was a walk. An empty stomach walk. And what happens inside your body when a postpartum woman walks before eating breakfast is nothing short of remarkable. First, let's talk about that belly. After pregnancy, your belly isn't just carrying extra fat. It's carrying a story. Your uterus stretched to the size of a watermelon. Your abdominal muscles, the ones running down the center of your core, literally separated to make room for your baby. That separation has a name: diastasis recti. And it means that even the thinnest postpartum woman can look like she's still 3 months pregnant. But underneath that, there is fat. Real, stubborn, hormonally locked fat. Scientists call it visceral fat, the deep belly fat that wraps around your organs and doesn't respond to normal dieting the way regular fat does. Here's the thing about visceral fat. It listens to hormones, not calories. And after pregnancy, your hormones are a mess. That's not an insult. That's biology. Cortisol is elevated from sleep deprivation. Estrogen is dropping. Prolactin, the breastfeeding hormone, is telling your body to hold on to fat reserves in case your baby needs them. Your body genuinely believes it is in survival mode. So your belly fat is not laziness. It's not weakness. It's your body doing exactly what millions of years of evolution programmed it to do. But here is where it gets interesting. Here is where the walk comes in. The empty stomach why timing changes everything. Most people think a walk is a walk. Morning, evening, after lunch, same result, right? Wrong. Completely wrong. When you wake up in the morning, your body has been fasting for 7 to 9 hours. Your blood sugar is low. Your insulin, the hormone that locks fat in storage, is at its lowest point of the entire day. This is the window. This is the moment your body is almost forced to reach into fat stores for fuel because there is nothing else available. When you start walking in this state, fasted, morning, before any food, your body makes a decision. It needs energy. It can't find glucose from a recent meal. So it turns to fat. Not just any fat. Stored fat. Including, over time, that stubborn postpartum belly. This process is called fasted cardio, and while it sounds like gym bro territory, the science behind it for postpartum women specifically is quietly building a very compelling case. What's actually happening inside your body minute by minute? Let's walk through it. Literally, minutes 1-5. You step outside. It's early. Maybe the sun is just rising. Your body is still warm from sleep. Your heart rate is resting. And right now, your cells are quietly running on the last dregs of stored glycogen in your liver and muscles. Minutes 5-15. Something shifts. Your glycogen stores are running thin. Your body sends a signal: we need more fuel. Hormones called catecholamines, think adrenaline's quieter cousin, start releasing. They tell your fat cells it's time to open up. Fat cells, including the ones wrapped around your postpartum belly, begin releasing fatty acids into your bloodstream. Minutes 15-30. This is the golden zone. You're now burning a significantly higher ratio of fat for fuel compared to if you had eaten before this walk. Your metabolism is engaged. Your core, even the separated muscles of diastasis recti, is gently activating with every step, every arm swing, every moment your posture holds itself upright. Minutes 30-45. Your body has now fully shifted into what researchers call fat oxidation mode. The fatty acids that were released from your belly are being burned for energy inside your muscle cells. This isn't a metaphor. This is cellular combustion. This is your postpartum belly, literally, being used as fuel. And here's the detail that nobody talks about. Walking, not running, not HIIT, not intense gym sessions, is actually the optimal intensity for fat oxidation. High-intensity exercise burns mostly glucose. Moderate, low-impact walking burns fat. For postpartum women whose bodies are still healing, whose pelvic floors need gentleness, whose joints are still softened by relaxing walking, is not the lazy option. It is the scientifically ideal option. The cortisol question, this is where it gets complicated. Now I have to be honest with you, because this script would be doing you a disservice if I didn't. The bonus nobody expects. Here is what surprised me most about this whole topic. The walk doesn't just burn belly fat. It resets the hormonal conditions that created excess belly fat. Fasted morning walking lowers insulin resistance. It gradually reduces resting cortisol levels over time, even though it briefly raises them during the walk. It increases something called adiponectin, a hormone that actively breaks down fat, particularly visceral fat. And it stimulates growth hormone release, yes, the same growth hormone associated with fat loss and muscle preservation, which is highest during fasted states. So every morning you walk on an empty stomach, you're not just burning fat in that moment. You are slowly, systematically rewriting the hormonal script that your postpartum body has been running. You are telling your body gently, consistently, without starvation or punishment, that the emergency is over, that there is no famine coming, that the fat reserves it has been clutching so protectively can finally, slowly, let go. A few things to remember. If you're breastfeeding, drink water before and after your walk. Hydration matters more, not less. If you had a C-section, wait until your doctor clears you for walking, and start with 10 minutes. 10 minutes is not anything. 10 minutes is the beginning. If you're exhausted, a shorter walk is still a walk. 15 minutes of fasted walking beats 0 minutes every single time. And if some mornings you eat first because you're running on 2 hours of sleep, and an empty stomach walk sounds impossible, that's okay. You are a mother. You are doing the hardest job on earth. Grace is part of the process. The belly that held your baby is not your enemy. It is evidence. But evidence can change. Bodies can change. And sometimes, all it takes is stepping outside before breakfast in the quiet of an early morning, while the world is still mostly asleep, and walking. Just walking. The rest, your body already knows how to do. Thanks for watching.